Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. This is match number 18 out of 64 from the 2018 FIFA World Cup. This is game number 2 for both Uruguay and Saudi Arabia. And the teams are lining up. Here's the national anthem from Uruguay. There was one game already played. Well, yeah, the last game played was the second match from Russia and Egypt. Egypt defeated Russia 3-0. Making things in Group A a little more interesting because Russia won the first game 4-0 versus Saudi Arabia, and Uruguay defeated Egypt in the first game 1-0. Now Egypt defeats Russia 3-0. So Russia and Egypt are both tied with 3 points, but I believe Egypt has a better goal differential than Russia because Egypt only lost their game 1-0, and now Russia losing their game 3-0 after winning 4-0. So Russia's goal differential is a +1, and Egypt's goal differential is a +2. So that puts Egypt in second place currently. Pending what happens in this game. Now, if Saudi Arabia wins this game somehow, then things would be pretty wide open in this group. All the 4 teams would be with 3 points. But if Uruguay wins this game, then Uruguay pretty much Uruguay would pretty much clinch, almost clinch a spot, but not really clinch because they still have a date with Russia, and Saudi Arabia has a date with Egypt. Egypt could beat Saudi Arabia, and then like Russia could pull an upset versus Uruguay. Depending on the results, Uruguay could be left out, even if they win this game. But if they win this game, the chances of them advancing are pretty high. But the more goals they advance, the more goals they win by, the better. Because I don't think they're gonna lose to Russia. And here's Uruguay, Luis Suarez once again. That's his second goal of the World Cup. In the first game versus Egypt, where Uruguay won 1-0, he had 1 goal. And now he scores the first goal for Uruguay in this game.
It's a terrific brand of football to watch, and importantly, it is a strong end product.
Assisted from Cavani. Nice goal. Uruguay is a dark horse to win the World Cup this year. Remember, folks, some of you guys might not be aware of this, but Uruguay have 2 titles, just like Argentina do. It may not seem like it because they have not done anything. They have not won a cup since 1950. But yes, they do have 2 titles, just like Argentina do. They are a contender to win the title this year. I would say they are one of the top 10 contenders to win the title.
Now here's the through ball.
And when you have Suarez and Cavani up front, it's possible. That's a pretty formidable. That's a pretty formidable attacking force. And here's Uruguay's second goal. Uruguay looking to run away versus Saudi Arabia in this match. Uruguay will go to 6 points. Saudi Arabia will still have 0. Saudi Arabia's chances of qualifying will be pretty much over if they lose this game. If they tie this game somehow, their chances of qualifying would be barely alive. They would need a victory in the final game versus Egypt, and I believe that they would need some kind of. They would need Uruguay to beat Russia by a lot of goals.
Winning belief one way and that losing feeling the other. Aimed low and direct. Suarez with a delicate ball.
Here comes Uruguay again.
Oh, great save, real class. Well, as PES goalkeeper, the keeper just received.
So there has been 17 games played in this World Cup so far. Everybody played once, and well, everybody went through the first round of fixtures. In Russia and Egypt already played their second game. So Group A is starting to shape up. A Uruguay victory here puts Uruguay at 6 points. Would put Russia in 3rd place with 3 points with a goal differential of +1. Egypt in 2nd place with 3 points with a goal differential of +2. And Saudi Arabia at the moment would be in last place with 0 points, 0 goals, and a goal differential of -6 at the moment.
It's Luis Suarez. Coutinho. Digs one in. And that has been clubbed away. Now the pass. Coutinho passes it through. Now it's Cavani. Shoots! Good strong hand by the keeper.
Saudi Arabia in green, Uruguay in their like a powder blue with the black shorts. Here comes Cavani.
It's the goalkeepers to claim.
This is game number 18 out of 64. Game 19 will be Portugal versus Morocco. Game 20 will be Spain versus Iran. Portugal needs a win very badly because they lost the first game 4-0. And here's Uruguay trashing Saudi Arabia 3-0 now.
Uruguay are so well practiced in the art of keeping the ball through, wonderful passing and movement, and a real appetite to ensure it's reflected in their goal count. Three without reply. This is becoming a stroll. We've reached half-time.
And that's the end of the first half with the scoreline. Uruguay 3, Saudi Arabia 0. Stay tuned for half number 2. Can Saudi Arabia muster anything? Can they muster anything? Let's watch and see.
Precisely as they would have dreamt it. The game has already resumed here. That's it, and the shots.
Yes, they can. Saudi Arabia scores a goal.
Oh, beautiful. beautifully dispatched. There was no
They get at least a goal in this World Cup.
What I call finishing. Right in
Can
the
they do
corner.
something?
He knew instinctively who was where and didn't need to waste any time weighing things up. That's a cracking goal.
Breaks through the Uruguayan defense.
Saudi Arabia give themselves a fighting chance, back in with a shout.
I think it's just a consolation goal. But let's see what happens.
Spreads it wide. Now here's the through ball.
Here comes Uruguay again. It's Luis Suarez.
Plays it back. He's tried one. It's a good foot in there. And it's Cavani. Cavani. Luis Suarez. Plays it out to the flank. Time to deliver. Good defending, he knew he had to stop it right there. And the weighted pass. Cavani, it's Cavani! Gorgeous from Cavani!
That was gorgeous. It's 4-1 Uruguay.
Oh, this fella's as slippery as a needle the way he freed himself to score. I mean, for that defence, it was a case of, now you've got him, now you don't. Brilliant.
The more Uruguay wins by, they could lose the third game and still qualify. By, by a certain margin.
Uruguay blast themselves into a 3-goal lead.
The current standings would be Uruguay in first with 6 points, a goal differential of +4. Egypt with 3 points, differential of +2. Russia with 3 points, differential of +1. In order for Russia to qualify, Russia would have to pretty much tie Uruguay in the third game and hope that Saudi Arabia beats Egypt somehow. Or just beat Uruguay and hope that Saudi Arabia ties or beats Egypt in the third game.
Goes up and over. Now here's the through ball. He's left his man.
But beating Uruguay would be easier said than done.
In he flies! Goal! They are running riot here.
Wow, Uruguay is having its way with Saudi Arabia. It's 5-1.
You know, it takes a lot of courage to do that, to throw yourself at the ball knowing you can catch a boot in the head. Well done, son. Uruguay totally rampant here. Back to the keeper. Has a swing at it. Cavani. Godin. Cavani. Did really well to intervene and dispel the growing danger. Shoots! An absolute thunderbolt!
Saudi Arabia might have lost this game, but at least they put a nice little effort of getting 2 goals.
Saudi Arabia are really pouncing on any stray passes in midfield. We're talking seconds from interception to the back of the net.
That was a
It's
nice goal.
counter-attacking heavily. Saudi Arabia playing for pride here. The match surely beyond them. And it's Cavani. Hoists it high.
Nearly 6-2. Wow.
Suarez, who just couldn't get the ball to sit for him. That's great strength on the ball. Dashing forward at pace. Cavani. Suarez with the ball through.
Here comes Uruguay
Now
again.
here's the through ball. Has a pop! Boots it to safety. Oh, almost a sixth. To get it forward quickly.
So Uruguay wins the game 5-2. Saudi Arabia is pretty much Saudi Arabia's chance of advancing is very slim, folks. Can they still advance? Saudi Arabia beats Egypt. Uruguay beats Russia. Yeah, believe it or not, folks, Saudi Arabia is still mathematically alive to advance. Believe it or not. They would have to win their final game versus Egypt by a very large amount of goals. Like, their goal differential right now is a -7 and Egypt is a +2. So they would have to win. They would have to beat Egypt by 7 goals. Right? Yes. They would have to beat Egypt by 7 goals. And hope that, well, Uruguay beating Russia is like somewhat of a most likely given. But they would have to beat Egypt by like 7 goals. And hope for Uruguay to beat Russia. That's the way they can advance. There's still a chance for them, but very, very, I would say very, very unlikely. And I am signing off here. Stay tuned for my next video, which will be game number 19. The game between Portugal versus Morocco. Have a nice night. See you all next time. This is Luciano from Luciano Sports TV.